All right, good day, everyone. And this video is to explain the benefit of Google Pro and also the features that are there and how you can actually access it. Now, these are the features of what you get if you subscribe for Google Pro account. The original price is 50,000 and you can get a discount for 30,000, and you can see the account you can pay to and the number you send the receipt. All you have to do is to send your Gmail and to this number with your payment receipt, and you are going to be upgraded to Google Pro and confirm. Now let's look at the features you will access. Number one is Nano Banana. Now, for those of you that have been creating content, you know, when you go to gemini.google.com, so let's go to one. Now, when you come to gemini.google.com, where you can generate a Nano Banana Pro image. Now, you can see this account is Pro and is on Pro also. So you can generate unlimited Pro. So if your account is not on Pro, remember that any account that is not on Pro, the only access you are going to get is that you are going to, let me come to Gemini here. So this one is not a Pro account. So you are only going to be given access to 3 Pro generation in a day, because this account is not on Pro. But if you look at the other account, this account is on Pro, so you can have unlimited generation. And most of you have seen how powerful the Nano Banana Pro generation is. These are one of the benefits. The second part is the AI on Gmail. Now, this can rearrange your files, your emails. It can also be used to rearrange your Google Doc, Google Sheet, and on the Google Drive, you have 2 terabyte storage. That is, you can have unlimited online storage for 1 year. And also, the other benefit is the VO3 access, which is Google Vid, Google Flow, we have Whisk, we have AI or AI Studio, we have Notebook LM, and several ones. So I'm going to be explaining how you can navigate them one after the other. The first one is Google Vid. Google Vid will give you access. This is a free one. This is a paid one. This is the Pro account. So let's go to Google Vid. So how do you get to Google Vid? I'm not going to be giving you access to, I'm not going to give you access to the website, but I want to teach you how you can navigate to the main website. So the first thing is you type Google Vids. Once you type Google Vids, you are going to get the website. Look at the website, workspace.google.com and the rest. So you don't need to cram. So this is what you have to come. Type Google Vid on your browser and you can see this place, click on it, and this will take you to Google Vid. So once you get here, you are only to sign in into Google Vid. Now, for those of you that are using your smartphone and you have a Pro account and you want to access it, you need to turn your browser into desktop view. So when you turn into desktop view, that is when you can fully have access to it. Now that you've signed in, now it's now asking you, is it a landscape or a portrait do you want? So at this point, or square, you have to know what kind of video aspect ratio do you want to generate. Is it on a landscape or on a portrait? If it's on a portrait, you click on this portrait, and you now have different other features, like we have the 3.1, and we have Livia, we have record, you can upload, and under landscape, we have other features too. You can see AI avatar new and the rest. So you can try them one after the other, and other videos are going to come out on other features. But for the purpose of those, I want to generate video. So you can see view 3.1 on the landscape, on the portrait, you can see view 3.1, you click it. So because we want to generate on a portrait. Now, once you see something like this, you cancel. Now, sometimes you might not see this part where to put your prompt maybe it's not showing. Now you click on view 3, it's going to bring it out where you are going to input your prompt, and that's all. You input your prompt, you add ingredients, ensure that you give a strong prompt because your prompting will determine the generation. And once you do that, you click on generate. So let's go to other benefit. The next one is Google Flow. Google Flow gives you credit, 1,000 credit every month. So how do you access Google Flow? Let's come here. You type the same thing, Google Flow. You send it. It's going to give you a direction to that. And normally it is labs.google flow.slash flow and the rest. So because you don't want to cram, just type Google Flow on your browser. You can see the first one, click on it. It will take you into Google Flow. And once you get to Google Flow, you have to click on create with Google Flow and take it to the next one where you start creating your project. And when you get to this part, there are some certain settings that you need to know about this. I'm going to explain. Let's say, for instance, you are now on this part. Look at this is showing Pro. Now let's look at this account and see how many credits remains in this account. Once we click on hey, you can see out of 1,000 credits, I have just 50 AI credits remaining. And don't forget, don't forget that one video creation is 20 credits. So you can see my previous work. So let's click on new project. When you click on new project, it will take you to where you can actually create your project. So now there are some settings I would like to explain to you before you start generating your video. So once you click on new project, let it load and ensure you have a good internet for you to generate all this image. While it's generating and there is a problem with the generation, then that will be a problem. So you can see the work I did yesterday. I think it was this morning. You can see some of them are here. So it will also save your previous work. And that is one of the benefits of that. So we're coming back to that. I'm going to show you how I did that. And I'm going to attach that link of that video into this description of this video. So you go and watch and see what and how it looks. So now that you click on new project, now it has brought you to Flow where you can put all your settings. Now look at the first one. It's showing video X1. Now, sometimes you might see X2 or you might see X4, which means the video is going to be produced one at a time. Now, let's increase to X2. You can see it will be taking 40 credits because one is 20 credits. So you have to ensure that you put it on one. And there are images and there are videos. So let it be on video. And there is a frame, there is ingredients. Now, what is frame, what is ingredient? Now, if you want to generate a particular video and you know the exact how you want it to be and how you want it to end, then you have to use frame. That let it start from this image and let it end from this. Maybe you have a particular house that is not very okay, and you have now improved on it to the better one, and you want to make a kind of before and after, then frame is the best. So you put on frame, you can see start and end, and you put in your prompt that we're going to start from this and it will end on this. But when it is ingredients, maybe you just have a prompt that has voiceover, AI image, and AI video, and you just want a particular image of the person to appear, you can just click on ingredient and attach the image of that person and send the entire prompt directly to View 3. View 3 will generate it. But at the same time, if you create the image first and you want, because the best part is for you to see the image and turn the image into the video, you can also click on frame. Ensure you use frame because frame will ensure that you are using exact image. And you can also put a strong prompt here that you should use the attached image as the frame. So now let's start. Now, if you want to now attach any image, look at this up here, you see a plus here, click on the plus here, and you can see upload image. Then you are going to upload the exact image you want to use. Attach, let's say for instance, I want to attach this. I will attach this image and it's going to load. It's going to load. So while it's loading, then let's go and get our prompt. So before then, let me also look at other tools that we have. We have Google Whisk. I'm coming back to this. We have Google Whisk for premium image generation. Now, that means it's not only Nano Banana that we have. We also have Google Whisk. So don't forget, you type Google Whisk. Even if you don't know how to navigate it, type Google Whisk. And once you type it, it's going to navigate you directly into the Google Whisk. You can see Google Whisk labs.google/fx. That is the link to Google Whisk. But once you type Google Whisk, you are going to get that directly. So let's watch this. This has finished loading. Okay, it's not yet loaded. So while waiting for Google Whisk, now this is Google Whisk. Now that you can see image generation and animation is moving to flow. Now let's enter the tools and let it start. So you can see now we are now on Whisk. Now one of the things Whisk will do for you, especially for those that are doing African folk days. African folk days. Now, for those of you that are doing African folk days, this is very good for you. Now you can put in all your scene character. Look at add image. You can input all your subject and see the main one. Let's assume I want to create a particular scene and I'm attaching the first character. Look at the first person. Now this is the first subject. You can still add up another subject by saying another character. Look at this plus. You had another person also. So this is one of the ways to use your Whisk, and it's free, so you can have a lot of time to practice it. Now, another part is the scene. If you have a particular scene description of how you want your image to look like sometimes people are creating content and each time they are coming back home, the scene of their house has to be the same. So you can also do all of that here to ensure that the same image is being put here. And if you have style also, you can do all of that here and you input your prompts. Now, this is where you do all your settings. If you click on this, you can see this is portrait, this is landscape, this is square. So you select your aspect ratio here. Then once you are through with the prompt, you send it. That is how to use Whisk. Now let's come back here. Now we have inputted this image here. So when you come to start, it will now appear here. So you can see if I did not upload, nothing will appear here. So after that has been there, you click on it and you can see it's showing here. Then you now input your prompt. Now I've done some work. Let me show you some work that I've been doing dialogue. Now let me show you the first part. The first one is scene 1. Let me show you scene 1. So look at the story, shadows don't bleed. Now look at the scene 1. So the AI image of scene 1, I try to use Gemini. Look at it. Look at the scene 1. Now scene 2 is talking about lone man in wrinkled overcoat under a flickering street lamp. Now, because it has a man, I attach my image before generation and look at what it gave to me. And that becomes my scene 2. So what happened to scene 3? He said a woman emerging from fog into street camp light. Look at this. What I do, I have to attach the image of the man and myself. And look at the hand. I put up a strong, I said the attached image, the first attached image is the man, while the second is the woman, so that AI will get to understand the attached image. And look at the production that they gave. Look at the next one. Also a close up, and these are the close up. So let's go and generate for the close up. Now let's go and pick. I want to generate the image video for the close up. So once you come down, look at the close up. This is a close up. So look at the dialogue. Look at the dialogue of the close up. So I'm going to put it. Let me copy it. Let's come to flow and let me input it here. I'm going to show you how to do some dialogue here. Then the same thing happens. So look at the action lock. No stepping or pacing. So these are one of the actions. These are one of the prompts. Then the last part, I will not copy the AI image prompt. I will just copy the AI video prompt. So that is just the only thing I will need there. So the same thing, I'm going to do it with Google Vid, and I also do it with Flow. So let's come to Google Vid. See, the same thing I'm using here. Let me copy it and also create it here. So if I'm using Google Vid gives you 10 production like this, 10 image every day, which means you can create 300 in a month. But Google Flow will give you 1,000 credits every month. Now look at this. After putting all of this, I will add up my ingredients to put the image of that particular scene. So I have to make a strong statement because here there is no place for you to state that this is a frame. So it's always showing ingredient. I will now say use the attached image as the frame for the scene. Now look at women. So how do you look at women? Faint the woman on the left says this. So I have to bring this. You don't mean that. Then the man on the right says, look at this. So I've modified the dialogue, and this is one of the things you need to learn when it comes to dialogue. When it comes to dialogue, you must know all of this. So yeah, I don't need this particular frame. Already I'm using frame, but let me just leave it like that. It's still not out of point. So you can see that. So here you are going to send, and let me come to here also. I'm going to also send, and let's see how they will generate. So this gives you access to 10 in a day. And most times, like myself, I have, because of the more generation that I'm doing, I have like 5 of this Google Pro. And also don't forget that you also have your QN to use. So that is chat.qn.ai. Now, this is another one you can use, but this generates in 5 seconds. The Flow and Google Vid generate in 8 seconds. So you need to know that. So let's see the outcome of this. Oh, this is showing error. So I think Flow is having issue since morning. This is still going. So this has finished generation. So you can see. Now let's see how it works. Now let's insert it and let it talk. So you can see my analysis. The woman on the left says you don't mean that. So let's see how it plays out.
You don't mean
but
that.
if you want to download it,
You
you
don't
have
mean
to
that.
right click on it and you see save video. You can see. Then you rename it to what you want it to be. And that is how it works. So you can see this is I'm already saving the scene already. This is scene 5. So this is a project I'm already working on. This is my.
You don't mean that.
So let's play it once you download. So let's play it here and see what it will say. Oh, the network is making it to blink. So let me play it.
You don't mean that.
But
Last time.
someone died.
You don't mean that.
But
Last time.
someone died.
So you can see there's some a small mistake here because the entire
Last
word
time.
is supposed to be said
Someone died.
by the man. So that is AI for you. So if you cannot manage it, you have to make a strong statement again. And after then, the man says, so the woman on the left says, and the man on the right also reply or stuff like that. So you have to get this part. So you just have to play around it and ensure, and that is why most times it's very good for you if you want to go into dialogue for you to have more and more things. So the next part, you can use Quen. Quen is 5 seconds. So you have to log in and sign in. Once you sign in, you just click here, you create video, you pick what you need to pick. So let me just quickly do it. Let me see sign up. So you sign in with Google. It is very simple. You sign in with your Google, click on it. So this also, if you have 5 Gmail, you have extra 5 seconds every day. So you can see you follow up all of this process, but I think I have it here. I have it in my other Gmail. So let me use here. When chat. Okay, I think I have it here. So I don't need to be passing through all of that. So this is another powerful free AI tools. And there are other two you can also use, like we have Meta AI. Meta AI also gives you free. You can sign in, but the only thing is that it's not speaking. So if you have a kind of movie you want to create that you have to use voiceover all throughout, you just want the reaction for them to be talking, but you want a background voice to narrate those kind of story, then you don't need to be wasting your VO3. Just come here, create your image, come to Meta AI and use it. And Meta AI also give you access to unlimited video generation. Does that is 5 seconds per scene also. So these and every other ones, I think they are going to help you to navigate your story. So and the last part is okay, the last two parts is notebook LM asset. So for those of you that actually want to be doing presentation, for those that are working in an office, you want to generate PowerPoint and the rest, this is very good for you. And the last part, Google Studio. Now, for those of you that are going to be using Meta AI for the image generation and you want a voice over, like you want a background voice, and that is why you have your Google Studio, and that is called, so if you type Google Studio, it is AI studio.google. You can see aistudio.google.com. So that is it. You click on it. And this also give you access to video generation too, but you need to have a API and you pay some certain amount of money for that. You can see this is AI Studio. Get started. Gemini 3 is here. So this is get started. Let's get started and see that. So you can see this is it here. So if you come to the dashboard, so you can see text to speech. So when you click on it, you can pick any one of them. You can see, you can pick any one of them. This is Gemini 2 Pro. So when you click on it, you can see you have two dialogue. You can pick this. You can pick multiple ones and you can use that. The tone of the person, you put up your content, you click. These are the voice. You can select different voices that you need. So and you get your voiceover ready. So these are one of the things that we can actually explain to you in a brief of the benefit of you having your Google Pro. And look at the Nano Banana Pro. Imagine you have 12 months to generate unlimited premium AI images and also having access to 10 videos daily for the next 1 year on Google Vid and also 1,000 credits on monthly basis. You also have access to Notebook LM, Google Studio, and Google Whisk, and any other pro or benefit that is coming from Google, you have access to that. So if you want to make payment, look at the account to make payment to, and you send the receipt payment to the number you're watching on the screen. Thank you. If you have any other question, you can chat up this number on WhatsApp for those that subscribe. Then you can get support from that. This is how it works. If you have any question, you can drop and chat me up immediately.